Hello friends, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching this video. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the stock of Starbucks Corporation and how the trend has been formed over a period of time. So we are going to discuss about the long trend as well as the current trend which has formed. And if you just look at this chart, what you can see here is, so let me just zoom this chart a bit. Okay, let me just zoom this chart a bit because it's a monthly chart, so you can't see much of an impact. Means visually, though the fall was very sharp in a span of 6 or 8 months, so you can see there is a 50% drop, and from the lows of March 2020 the stock has risen by 74%. So we know about Starbucks and what they are doing, and it is one of those sectors which get hurt very much, and it is not just a country specific phenomenon, it's a world specific phenomenon because wherever the hospitality, travel, tourism sectors are, they are the most worst affected sector. Okay, but if you look at the stock price, and with this share price jump on the upside, you will hardly see any change in the share price. It just went down and went back up, and from its previous lows is just down by 12 odd percent. So you can't actually call it as a fall, though there was a panic selling. So what is the reason of this? Actually, just understand one thing. When you're talking about business and when you're talking about stocks, these are, though we are talking about the stock of the same company, but understand one thing, that the business and the stock both are different in a sense that there are three basic economics, basic cycles which you need to understand. One is business, another is stock, and third is economic cycle, and both does not sync or run parallelly. Okay, so the stock is nothing but a forwarded forecasting indicator about the business. Okay, so the business or the numbers is indeed a 3 months or quarterly updated once or four time in a year, but it's a back end number. So whatever you have performed in the past 3 months, you're going to get in the upcoming quarterly results. But the share price indicates something else. What it indicates is the upcoming performance, or up in this case, like the entire coffee chain shop has been shut down for the last 3 4 5 odd months. Now it has been started slowly and gradually. So the stock is looking what will happen next in the past, in the next 6 months or in the next 1 year. So it is factoring the same thing in the share price as well. So don't just think about business and the current environment and try to forecast the or predict the stock movement. That won't work, and it hasn't been work if you look at the current share price. Okay, so just understand the current trend first. So you have your support level like this at 64 odd dollars, and if it falls below that, then you have $50, and then you have $48 on the downside. But looking at the current share price, what you could probably see is $102 where the stock currently trying to reach. Okay, and it is nothing but its previous or the lifetime high which the stock has reached in the year 2019. Now it is trying again to go back up and at least try and testing its previous high. So understand this, 102 will again become the resistance, and any big bull run or the upcycle will only start once the stock sustains above 102. So that's the thing you need to understand. Otherwise, the current range for this particular stock is $64 on the downside and 102 on the upside. And if it falls below $64, then you have subsequent support levels. Now, let me just zoom in the chart. Zoom out the chart, and let me just clear these things so that you can able to see. Now look at this chart, okay, and look at the trend. So I'm just, for the timing, I'm just removing it. If you want, you can just go back and check it out. Now, if you're holding this stock since 1992-93, the stock has given you a return of 28,000%, which is anyhow phenomenal over a period of time if you're holding it, right? Now, looking at the trend, here you will find your trend, okay. I can do that from this level, but that is not required because you can find your own trend. Yep. So the closer the better. Okay. Now look at this trend and the current formation of this trend. Okay. So this is your current trend, and there are two variations in that. Let me just try and explain both of them. Okay, so these are the two variations which you need to focus. So if you're looking at long term, because it's a monthly chart, so anyhow the lower end of the range will be $52, which you have already seen when I was talking about the current share price movement. And on the upside you have 116 on the upside, and if the stock crosses 116, then you have a range which will be in between 131 to 199. Okay, so understand this. So first target will be near to 110. Actually, don't stick with the price, just stick with this range, okay, this line. So it can be 1010 or it can be 120. So it depends upon how the price moves. But once the stock crosses this line and sustains above this line, then what you can see here is a price which will be in between 130 to 199 on the upside. Okay, so this could be your upcoming targets. Now understand one thing, okay. So if you are looking at this chart or looking at this price pattern, this is something called a gramophone pattern, okay. Because there are two variations, so let me talk about this one. So if the stock reaches the price in between 130 to 190, so this is a gramophone pattern, and which is a negative sign if it forms on the upper side of the range, okay, upper side of the trading range or the trend, because it indicates volatility and it indicates that the stock has probably risen much within this cycle, and now the volatility will come. So it can play out on both the sides, on the long as well as on the short side. So you better be aware about this thing as well. So this is the end of the video. If you like this content, do share your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe my channel. Lastly, take care of your family and friends.